Hey, look at that. I've been unmuted this whole time. That's lovely. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the music seems to be working just fine. Okay, excuse me. Oh, great. I was unmuted when I burped. Hey, someone's got a really good. I'm doing great today. Can you tell I've gotten out of the routine of streaming and it's affecting me? Okay. So, let's see here. Let's start with this. Sorry, I am on my way in, believe it or not. Don't want that. I guess we'll save that. Okay. Let's get the socials up and out. Get those announcements running. All right, so now that that's done, I should probably grab the tweet and put it in my seriously neglected. So let's see what we got here. Sorry, I just got distracted / derailed by something. And I get no live announcement in the... I'm on stream. No live announcement in the team Discord. That's interesting. Maybe it just didn't get there yet. I don't know. Having a bit of a day, friends. Anyway, do have something interesting to add to the stream. Why is it not there? There we go. Interesting. Now it's frozen. This was working great. Now it's not. Is it working? Nope. Nope, not working. Let's try clicking over here. Is it anything? Sort of, but no. Let's try it again. Excuse me while I get the right avatar on the screen. Okay, is it working now? It seems like it might be working a little better now. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, now it's actually grabbing it. Okay. So this PNG tuber software that I found is called Honk, and it by far has the best lip sync that I've seen in any of the PNG tubers, because I've kind of tried them all, because I really actually would like to have the option of a PNG. But the lip sync in most of them is terrible. You know, it's just not, because it's not a priority. It's not what people, they just want something that vaguely represents the fact that they're talking, which is totally fine, and I respect that, but it's not what I want. So, I've had to hunt around a little bit for stuff and things. What was I trying to say? Sorry, I'm looking at the stream as I'm talking to make sure that it's still working. So the lip sync in this software is absolutely phenomenal. However, it is an independent developer putting the thing out for free, and there's a stable release, and then the 2.0 release is stable, and the 3.0 release is a little bit on the buggy side occasionally, but has more features. So yeah, I'm just kind of messing around with it, but I do like the representation of the lip sync. Is actually, like I said, it's the best I've ever seen in the VTube software. I am also, sorry, I'm kind of periodically checking my audio because I'm using the application audio capture function that is in beta on OBS. And I tried doing that with OBS 29, and a lot of static started coming through the screen, through the stream, excuse me. So I stopped using it, but I would like to be able to not have, I would like better control over the audio so that I can do some things like if I'm working in, say, Godot, have my space shooter tutorial something or other in the background and not have to worry about it coming through on stream, because I don't want to be playing somebody else's content on stream. So pardon me again while I just mute for a second and double check that the audio is working the way it's supposed to and not picking up stuff that it shouldn't. I have been muted that whole time. That is lovely. It's going to kind of be that day, I think. So the VTuber software is once again dicking around with me. Let's move this over here so that I can actually see it. Is it picking up again? No, it is not. This thing's just breaking left, right, and center. That's a problem. No! Get the fuck out of here. Alright, let's try this again. Is it going to put the little frog on screen? No, it's not. Which is interesting. Okay, so he's back again. We're going to keep an eye on this and see how well it's working for how long, because I might need to go back to the 2.0 software. Because this is a little bit of a problem, I'm not going to lie. That's the third time today that it's frozen up. Probably right now I've got it on my screen, so what the hell are you doing? Oh, the asset library. Yeah, we don't need that. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I decided to, I've got a couple of different ideas or things that have kind of inspirations I've had for possible games. And when I say games, I'm talking about stuff that is more ambitious in terms of story than actual visuals and stuff like that. You know, I was playing recently, I've thought about making a more narrative kind of game ever since I played the Stanley Parable back in whenever that was released, 2016, 2017. No, actually it was closer to 2013, I think. And there's other games like that, like Thomas Was Alone, that are like reasonable things for me to reach for. Then there's things that like have a similar kind of tone and narrative, like What Remains of Edith Finch, which at my current skill level I could never accomplish. But that is a good reference point for the type of thing that I'm thinking about doing. But even something that's really basic in its visuals and its storytelling is still pretty elaborate for my skill set. So I decided to start off with a project that would be much, much, much simpler, which is not to say it's easy, just simpler than what I've got in mind, for just to start out with, to kind of have a small project to take from beginning to end. So I'm just messing around with a really primitive kind of shooter game. It'll be like a top-down scrolling Raiden style game, and so far I've got my little player character, which right now is a refrigerator, because this is going to be a pizza themed game where we're going to be defending pizzas from inappropriate toppings like avocado and you know, butter and the most offensive of all toppings, pineapple. So those are the things my enemy is going to be made out of. I think I'm going to change the refrigerator to a pizza slice. Right now it's shooting pepperonis up into nowhere, because that's what I've been able to accomplish so far. So we're going to noodle with that a little bit. The problem here is that I need to actually look at my look at a video, which is going to take the VTuber software out of the main focus, which could be a problem because it keeps bugging out on me. I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Dude, Jesus Christ. Okay. It seems like when I mute the stream for too long, that's when the thing goes south. Really, that's going to be a serious fucking problem. If I have to restart this every single time I mute, because the PNG software just went south again. Is it going to happen every time I mute? Let me see. Because if that's the case, then I'm totally screwed. All right. Let's go in here. Give me a second. Apologies for this. Let's go into Hunk 2.0, because that is a more stable hunk. That little guy is not the character I want to work with. Okay, so there's nothing in here right now. So we've got the main layer. Maybe this one will be a little more stable. Maybe. And we're going to create a new image, which is... That's ridiculous. All right, that one goes on layer 1. The model goes on layer 0. Good. Now let's put this in, and let's do these and see if this works. Come on, god damn it. My apologies. Okay. Let's move this over here for the time being. And let's see. Blink. Blink. PBM. FFTHKG. Okay. PBM. KG. And CH. Sorry, I'm setting up. I've got the older version of the. Oh, you can see it. I've got the older version of the software open, and I am setting it up. TH is this one. I did not want to be doing this on Strum. Okay, so it is happier than I am. There's a little bit of weirdness around the neck there, and also it's transparent because the chroma key is knocking out his shirt, and he's on a black background. That's easy enough to change. Okay. That's where the chroma key is knocking him out. So we're not going to worry about that right now. We are going to change it back to a black background because that's good enough for right now. We can take the chroma key off that for the time being, I guess. Or I can go into my files and I can go to this. Just for the sake of making this easier on myself, I'm going to put this screen up so that way I can look at things on my main screen. My apologies. Okay, Characters, bald guy, copy, Honk 2.0, characters, bald guy, images. And we're gonna try that again. We're gonna take the model, we're gonna knock it out, we're gonna put the model. What the fuck is happening there? Why is it grabbing the wrong model? I have to delete the character, don't I? Let's try this again. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to Honk 3.0. We're going to grab all of my character shit. Everything that's in here. We're going to grab it all. We're going to copy it. We're going to go back into the Honk 2.0 directory. We're going to shut the software off for the moment. Discard changes. Now we've got the new ones in here. We reload Honk. Ignore the update. And now let's see if we can get this working right. Let's load the character model. Okay, we're getting better. So now we've got them on screen. Pardon me. Let's take, we're going to set this layer to 0, which it is. That's good. Now we're going to create a new layer, which is the silent. And we're going to make sure that's on layer 1. And then we're going to set these up all over again. Blink, PBM, F. Where's the F? F goes FTH, KG, and CH. DDSC and let's get these all in here. R is R, A is A, E is E, I is AI, and then we've got the O's. So we've got there's the potential here for a lot better mouth forms. The other thing we can now change is we can put it in green. The chroma key is taking out the background. And now we've got a working model. So this is on 2.0. This is the earlier software. Meanwhile, I've got my game software up in the background. Now, I just muted and then unmuted, and it seems to still be grabbing everything. So I'm going to mute for another second, just see what happens. On the good news, let's see, still working, it seems like. So yeah, I think we're using 2.0 from now on. That's a start. We'll see how this goes for the rest of the stream. But it's a good start. The delay is a little bit annoying, but I think part of that is just due to the fact that I have kind of awkward phonemes that are for the visuals there. Those are actually one of the things I learned from doing this, is that phonemes, which are the sounds you make when you talk, the visual representations of them are not called phonemes. The phonemes are the actual sounds. So these like the smile and the O looking and all the different shapes that the mouth is making right now, those are called visemes or visemes, V-I-S-E-M-E-S. I did not know that. You learn something new every day. Or often. So anyway, where was I? Back to my little shooter that does almost nothing. I have a refrigerator that shoots pepperoni slices. I think I am going to change that to a slice of pizza. And the pizza is going to defend itself from all types of toppings that should not be on it. The classic example being pineapple. And pineapple will be the big boss, I think. That to-do is done. It's animated. What are the rest of the to-dos I have here? Those are the examples. I don't need those. Oh, because I didn't save it. Starting screen, yeah, that's all. First scene, create enemy scene. That's what I'm up to, really. The escape to quit, I actually did. Save that. I can get the phonemes off here. Where are we in? Oh, ads are going to be showing up in about 25-30 seconds. So, Nerbs, it's good to see you. My time is completely off. That time code is coming in at 1:11:47 p.m. Oh no, it's not. You just put your message in 4 minutes ago, and I missed it because I was sticking around here. Anyway, it's good to see you, Nerble. I hope everything's going well. I'm a mess, quite frankly, but you know, that's part of the deal these days. But yeah, we are coming up on ads in about 20 seconds, so I'm going to mute and hit the BRB screen. Oh, and we'll shut off the VTuber. And I will be back after the ads are over, and then hopefully I can maybe get some more stuff done. Back in a few. Thanks for sticking with me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he's still working. Yay. So obviously I'm using the 2.0 version of the software. And let's go back to the screen. Nurgle, I'm glad it's going. And yeah, I know you love them, but it's always nice when you know, have time alone with your spouse or even just to get stuff done. So yeah, I can appreciate that. So what am I going to do now? Okay, so this is my learning project. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's go back here. Okay, so yeah, she's still working, which she should be because I didn't do anything. Or he, or it. This is the first proof of concept on my little vertically scrolling shooter. So now I need to get an enemy in there. Wait. Okay. Sorry, I've got a YouTube tutorial playing in the background, and it's got its own music, which is really fucking irritating. And I have that set up so that it doesn't pipe out the stream. So it was overlapping with the music that I am playing, which was really, it's weird. But unfortunately, everything is done as video tutorials these days. So just having a reference up that is actually a tutorial that leads you through something is always a fucking video. And for most situations, that's like a good thing, right? It helps you to walk through stuff and actually see how people are doing it. But I wish there were more text tutorials. I so desperately wish that. Okay, how did you do your enemies, my dude? I've copied the entire player script. Bullet. Okay, so I need to create an enemy. So we're going to create a new scene. And what is the player is a area 2D, I think? It's character body 2D. So we'll make this a character body 2D also. And we'll make it an enemy. Oh, and I totally missed Lady Luck there. I am so sorry. Thanks for poking your head in to check in for the Working Lark. One of the great things about the streamer.bot chat window is that it'll pull in, I can monitor YouTube and Twitch chat in the same window. However, and another good thing is that it picks up where you leave off when you sign off. So the chat from the previous stream is in the window as well. I like the fact that it's persistent with the chat. It's keeping track of everything. I gotta check to see if it's logging all that. It must be. But one of the things that sucks about that with my ADHD brain is I will sometimes attribute early chat messages to the previous chat, the previous days or weeks chat or whatever it is. Anyway, it's good to see you, Lady Luck. I hope you are doing well, not too haggard on your Friday, not too many people are hassling you, and that you have a good Working Lark. Okay, so I assume this has got to be the same as the player. So we're going to do a sprite 2D and a collision shape. Add child node. Sprite 2D. Does the collision go on the sprite or on the thing? No, it goes on the main nodes, so we'll make it from here. Collision shape 2D. Okay, and let's make our enemy. We'll make our enemy... No, wait, that's a problem. What am I missing here? Motion mode grounded. Motion mode? Character body 2D. It's a character body 2D. Character body 2D. Oh, because yeah. You put the sprite in the sprite. Okay, he's way too big. Scale. 0.1. Yeah, I guess that'll do. I've got to... When I do the actual graphics for this thing, I've got to make them 0.75. Yeah, alright, that'll work. And then the collision shape 2D, we're going to make it a cycle. Okay. And we will call it Emily. Okay, let's create the enemy, my dude. Okay, so now we've got a script. I don't know that I want any of this right now. See if I can find if does have a GitHub link. Okay. Let's move this over here, even though not the best place for things, but so I can look at the script. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it right over here, because what the hell? Doesn't actually matter. So, this is all for shooting, which I don't need. I just want to put the damn thing on the screen. I don't care about shooting. This is the wrong script this is the script I don't need. Okay. It's alright. It's okay. What is tween? Lightweight object used for general purpose animation via script using tweeners. Tweens are mostly useful for animations requiring a numerical something or other. Numerical property to be interpolated over a range of values. The name tween comes from in-betweening, an animation technique where you specify keyframes and the computer interpolates the frames that appear between them. Animating something with a tween is called tweening. Seems fair. Tween is more suited than Animation Player for animations where you don't know the final values in advance. For example, interpolating a dynamically chosen camera zoom value is best done with a tween. Okay. Excuse me. My apologies. Okay. It's doing it again. Oh no, it isn't. It is seeing my voice. It's not seeing my voice. Yeah, sorry. I've also got one eyeball on my PNG tuber to make sure that it's actually picking me up. And I didn't realize that I had I was looking at my Twitch dashboard to see if the mouth was moving, which is not the best indicator because there's like a 1.5 to 2 second lag from when I do something on stream to when it actually shows up on the stream. Basically, this is just me, yet again, confusing myself. Maybe that should be my brand, confusing myself. I mean, it's not, it's true. Interesting. Okay. So let's look at the player bullet script. That might be a better... Instead of a character body, it might... No. Okay. Translate vector... That's the player bullet. Let's look at the player. So it's got an input. So... Lightning bullet when skew free. Translate. Speed times delta. So this is just, it just goes when it's instantiated. Right? And the player, it's instantiated every time it shoots. So I won't be able to do that for the enemy. Okay. This is just the script attached to a YouTube video that I am watching about how to make a player and an enemy in a Godot game that will shoot at each other. Deleting enemy from the game, queue free. Okay, I'm not worried about the enemy shooting right now. I just want them on the screen and moving toward my little player. Don't even necessarily need them to have any health at this point. tween parameters. Tween can be created by using their seed. Tween animation is created by adding tweeners to a tween object. Okay. When a tweener is created by one of the tween methods, a chained method call can be used to tweak the properties of this tweener. Software devs and their language choices are a bit much sometimes. Okay, for example, if you want to set a different transition type in the above example, you can use set trans. I'm not commenting on that. So his tween. Tween property object appends a property tweener. This method tweens a property of an object between an initial value and a final value in a span of time equal to duration in seconds. The initial value. We're in another ad break. My apologies. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Here's the position defined anywhere. Close. Hang on while I adjust my chair. This chair is really getting on my nerves. I have a Secret Lab Titan, which I was happy with for quite a while, but the vinyl coating started peeling off the armrests pretty soon after I got it, honestly. And I just kind of didn't do anything about it at first because I had other shit to deal with. And then, I don't know, about 6 months, maybe, yeah, about 6 months ago, the gas tube started failing, and it just loses height while I'm sitting on it. Let me adjust again. So, to Secret Lab's credit, last week, I think it was last week, I finally reached out to them and said, hey, I don't know if this thing is still under warranty, but here's what's wrong with it. Here are pictures of the problem. And if they're not covered, can you tell me how much I need to buy in order to fix these things? And like I said, to their credit, they were like, yeah, no problem, we'll just replace them. And they sent me a new hydraulic tube for the chair and new armrests. They sent them to me like days later, which I was very impressed and happy about. But I replaced the armrests, which was a bit of a process, but was able to get them on. Getting the hydraulic tube out of the chair that has been assembled and bearing the weight of my total volume for the past few years is proving to be a nightmare. I tried it once when I first got it, and I can't get the wheelbase of the chair off the tube, nor I didn't even get to the point of trying to remove the tube from the bottom of the chair, both of which are basically held in by friction and gravity. But like I said, they've been jammed in place so long, being under my ass, that it just wouldn't come off. So I think I'm going to have to like take a night and just soak it with WD-40. Apparently now there's construction going on in my neighborhood. That's new. Where the hell's that coming from? Give me a second. Okay, never mind. I heard something that initially sounded like a circular saw going. But I walked over to my front door and I realized it's just my upstairs neighbor vacuuming the stairs. Just got a noisy vacuum that sounds like it's really struggling. Anyway, no crisis, just a really, really loud vacuum, which is fine. It's not at least I hope that's what it is. Wow, I've never heard that thing before. Anyway. So, the enemy, all this stuff has got to come out because it's not, well, maybe not all of it. UI left, yeah, see this is going off of input, which I don't need. And the generic input is not, so it's going to do this every single time. What happens if I run this right now? Yeah, it's not even on the screen. Okay. Because I haven't instantiated it. And none of this is really appropriate. So let's take it all out. Sorry, now the sound of that vacuum is making me laugh. Okay, you know what? My brain... This is one of the reasons that I have multiple projects going pretty much at any given time. It's because my brain just sometimes just cannot... It just can't. It needs to change pace multiple times in any project. So... let's get rid of that. Let's add a new, hang on, desktop shortcut for the version of Honk that actually appears to be working. Create shortcut. So I'll put that over here, so that way I'm opening the right version of the software when I do that. And let's go over here. God damn it. Come on. I think this computer is heading towards a Windows reinstall. Yeah, Google, I guess you can. All right, let's take a look at some stuff here. Now that I've gotten this VTuber software to the point where I'm actually happy with what it's doing, let's see, or PNG Tuber, I should say. PNG Tuber. Let's look for some models. The cat is cute. Yeah, and let me also change my category to just chatting. Dublin Coworking. Yeah, okay, that's all right. All right. Yeah, that works. The cat's actually pretty cute. But I need something with... I need a model that's going to have... Well, one that I actually like, to be honest, but is a little more reflective of my personality. These are adorable, but they're not what I'm looking for. Yeah, see, he's a little too slick for me. Custom PNG, that's for commissions, which is fair. It's just not what I'm looking for. I may actually, I really kind of can't afford to be spending money on a full commission right now, so. The ghost is pretty cute, not gonna lie. And it's got different expressions. So I totally get why most of the models are either chibis or anime characters or really disproportionate anime characters, because it's kind of what that's the scene that all of this kind of grew out of. So I get it, but it's also not what I'm looking for. Let's go. There was a search option for PNG tuber male, which still has plenty of kawaii ladies in it, which is interesting. Death Bunny. Yeah, that's I guess that's probably gotta have head rocking, right? Yeah. Male portrait brushes? Interesting. Stamp brushes, portrait creator stamp. Interesting. I don't think I'm skilled enough to use that, even though they are brushes. Gamer boy with 10 expressions. The other thing is that I need more mouth shapes than most of these I think are going to come with, which is a whole separate problem. So the simpler the thing is, like the paper bag head always makes me laugh. I am actually considering that. I don't like the fact that it shows the speech by this dropping down here. If this were a little bit longer and I could just put a mouth on it and find some mouth shapes somewhere else, I might actually consider that. I may consider it anyway. Yeah, like this guy. Same thing. He was up here a few times. But most of them are a little too polished for me. I don't want one that looks exactly like me, but I also don't want one that makes me look like an anime character. Man, I can't wait for my new glasses to come in. That's the reason I wasn't on stream yesterday. I was at the optician's getting my eyes checked and ordering a new pair of glasses, which my prescription did not change that much, according to him. But apparently it changed enough, because I really feel it when I'm at my computer for a long enough period of time. I'm wondering if instead of the progressives, I need to get a pair of like dedicated computer glasses that focus in a certain range, the reading and also the distance, which I really don't have the money for, so that's not on the menu right now. Same thing with I just got regular glasses, but a while back I had glasses that had the transitions lenses in them that turned them into sunglasses when they were out in sunlight. Those are really nice, but they're crazy expensive. Okay, I haven't actually seen that Spirited Away, right? The No Face is from. But the cute version of this face, it just doesn't seem like... It's not consistent with what I know of that character. Seemed like it was somewhat ominous. Anyway. The duck is tempting, but... Like I said, I want something with a little bit more representative mouth movement. Now that I know that I've got mouth movement. I've kind of got that, maybe not locked down, but it looks good enough that I'm comfortable with it on my stream. Panther Boy, huh? This is one of the things that can be frustrating about sifting through Etsy pages. I also have very mixed feelings about looking on Etsy. Oh, this is the one that Kate Stark uses. And it's got pretty good mouth representation. That's interesting. But yeah, I have mixed feelings about using Etsy, period, given how they treat most small crafters and creators and such. But it's the best place to look for shit like this, as you can see. There's no preview on that. This is definitely not for me, but I'm also, it's too tempting to not at least look at it. Each character has 4 files for VideoTube. Okay, well, that is understandable, but it's not what I'm looking for. Just out of curiosity, what page am I on? I think I'm on like 4 or 5. PNG Tuber. I wonder if any of them... I don't think they are, because it's such a... It's so much... Honk is so much less popular than the other known tuber softwares. This is... Wow. Okay. Hoodie Boy. I wonder... Yeah, they're just all going to be anime style faces. Alright, you know what? Let's change over. Let's look at something else. Hang on, let me bring this over here. Well, let me log in. Not now. Okay, yeah. Well, that's not going to bring anything up. PNG tuber. No, I didn't think so. Okay, let's try... something I can just stick a mouth on. Interesting. A little more intense than I usually am. I mean, it's well done. That's for sure. I like how anything... I did say bald man and not old man. Fair enough. I like how it's bringing up things with hair on it, even though I searched for bald man. That... Okay. Not what I'm looking for. That's totally the vibe, but maybe something else. I have, by the way, this is a site where if you pay a subscription, which I have, I picked it up because of a project that I was working on, and you can only buy a 1-year subscription, of course. And it's all vector art, which you can also download as JPEGs. And some of the stuff is really phenomenal. I don't know if I love the shading here on the forehead, but some of it's really amazing, and some of it's more, you know, stylized. That, yeah. See, I don't mind that it's abstracted a little bit and more cartoonish. Just maybe not that much. Oh yeah, and then we get into this section, because I put bald in, because I do remember searching for this before. He's not terrible, but then I got all these characters. Interesting choices. I don't know how I feel about that. This guy... That is probably anatomically accurate to my head. But not the facial hair. This guy's actually got a pair of glasses that I like. Interesting. Excuse me. That one also is like sort of vibe appropriate for me. And yeah, and now we're getting into just pages and pages of these characters, which are not what I'm looking for. I like that the male pattern baldness thing just keeps coming up. The hell are you? Interesting graphic. Trimmed bald man isometric icon vector illustration. Trimmed? Okay. Alright, let's try... I've searched this one before, and in addition to the mouth shapes, most of which are not useful for me, because they're a little too animated and cheery. I want something that, not that I am incapable of being cheery, it's just overly hype is not my default state, is what I'm saying. But yeah, oh, let me take a quick look at something. I want to make sure there's something I didn't miss. Yeah, I did. It's okay. We'll get over there at some point. Actually, you know what I'll do? I will put that in another window with the volume off so that I don't miss it. Okay. I'll leave this over here. Let's see. Okay, the crackling came back again. So, that's a problem. I don't know how long that's been up there. That's fucking fantastic. Okay, so good to know that OBS still has not fixed that problem. All right. Even though I've only been on for about an hour and a half, between the technical problems and everything else, I think that pretty much is going to do it for me today. So I am going to thank you all, as always, for stopping by, hanging out, lurking. I appreciate you. I'm always grateful that you're here, and I thank you for stopping by. I'm going to call it here. For those of you who can still hear me, even though the frickin' ads are playing, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I will be back again on Monday. Take care of yourselves.